Look deep into the April face. A change has clearly taken place. Looking for the summer.
Now this place here is the OMKO-THAI, like the local town hall, village hall. And Mims called it the cash machine, the one and only cash machine. Where we're heading today? Well, Rosie, this little one's going to the vets. Yes, she's going to get an injection for her skin. So, to make her all good and well. She's never been out before in the car. Well, to the vets for injections, but that's it. But she went the last time with all her brothers and her sisters, so she's on her own, like, so she's wondering where Mem's at, aren't you? Hey, aren't you? You're wondering where Mama's at? Yes. She's adapting nicely to living in the pack. She gets a little bit of bullying done, like, but she's not too bad. There's a very nice blessing tree there. Well, what's going on today? Well, here's our neighbour D, and he's come to give us a hand with final push on the gates. So they're being fabricated up, being cut and welded. Now D's welding the wire mesh onto it. He's away for his lunch now, so we'll see him later. So Michael fitted this on, so that's all secure. Put the old roll bolt in, some wire on it as well, just to double secure it a bit. On this side, thicker wire, roll bolts in. So that's all levelled up and that. There's a little hole there for a bit of concrete for the bar to go down to hold the gate. Here's the other gate with the mesh laid there, ready to be fitted. At the end, this will be painted silver. I've got plenty of silver paint, so I'll paint all the tarnished bits up. And there we have our first set of gates, to be continued after lunch. Well, here at the back, new gates, finally done. Michael's given them a lick of paint. Concrete's dried down there, got a bit of silver paint on it, because I've given it all a bit of a lick of a paint. That red post's now silver, so don't think too bad for first attempt at making gates. Mind, I did get a lot of help off neighbour D over there. His charge for welding it all was 300 baht, so I don't think that's bad, is it? So there you go. First set of gates. He's going to start on the second set down by the pool. Give him a couple of weeks yet, and then we'll get them done. So yeah, now sitting in my favourite place down by the pool. I normally sit here and I watch a couple of trees straight over there, straight in front. wavering about in the air. Quite a few months ago I put a vlog on that I thought there was something nesting in the top, but strangely enough this morning I heard the sound of a chainsaw. Yeah, down they've gone. So that's the end of them, 2 of them. Beautiful looking splendid trees, very majestic, reaching to the sky, gone. I'll go a bit closer. Yeah, they've been bloody sharp. The site where you can see all the vegetation of them, they've just dumped it at the side like, and took the wood itself and tittled off. Typical Thai. Now, at the same time they've come down and tidied this lot up, because they'd left for, must be at least a month. They left a load of timber just scattered about, and so they've sort of semi-tidied up. There's some little bits of timber in a bit of a pile there like. So yeah, but what they did do, they haven't taken any more of them trees down, which I'm pleased to see. But they couldn't resist the temptation of them 2 big buggers like. Mad. No surprise really like. I think at the moment there's about 8 million over here who've got no work with the restrictions going on, so it's the usual case, isn't it? No help from the government, so it's just feeding faces. King cow. Right, we'll go back and I'll show you the little surprise. Now, you see these this post here, it's like that there, normal fencing post, and as I've just shown you, up at the top there is the new set of gates, which I did in smaller gauge because of these posts. And so the top gates have been done, and I mentioned about give it a couple of weeks, we'll get the pool gates done. Well, surprise, surprise, they're in. Did them yesterday. Use bigger gauge metal. Well, double the gauge that's up at the top. Why did you do that, Michael? Because the posts that's on either side here were just like that one and that one, normal fencing posts. But because that one had been cracked by a workman with his tractor, he nudged it and cracked it. So I repaired it, but what I did do, I covered these, it just fit exactly. I covered the post with this blue pipe, this thick blue pipe, and then I filled it with liquid concrete, so that'll take more weight. I used bigger roll plugs in there, bit bigger ones, if you can see. Yeah, they're bigger than what's in up at the top, simply for the size of the post up there. But yeah, I've just given it a lick of paint. Michael's little, and then use some reinforcing bar as stops for the gate. So there we are, 2 sets of gates complete and fitted. So what's going to be on next, Michael? Well, going to be 1st of May tomorrow, so we need to use a bit of this sand up and some bags of cement we have in there, and finish off this rendering. I went in the other day with the bush cutter and I've trimmed it all down, and under the bridge here I've actually put a compound of not fertilizer, weed killer, like a homemade one. So we'll just have to see what the effect is, but hey, it's out. Mum's put a little gate in up there at the top. Just open that, come in with a bush cutter every now and again and just give it a trim. If there's growth under here, well, just trim it. Also, next job after the rendering is gloss paint the bridge, and then that's done. And I would think by the time we get that done, like, we should be approaching some sort of rainy season. June really, you'll not get out in May like. There you go.
Look deep into the April face. A change has clearly taken place. Looking for the summer. The eyes take on a certain gaze and leave behind the springtime days. Go looking for the summer. This ain't no game of kiss and tell. The implications how you know so well.
How would you describe the conditions within the refugee camp?
What refugee camp?
Well, this one here.
This is my family picnic.
Looking for the summer.